Good evening, everybody. It's great to see you. I'm glad you could join us tonight. I've got a very special guest to introduce to you in a minute. Joe is going to be speaking at the Magnetic Business Conference on the 1st and 2nd of October in Manchester. So if you are interested in finding out more about Joe and his story, then have a look at magneticbusiness.co.uk and get booked on, because there's only 2 weeks to go now. So anyway, Joe I've known for some time. I didn't realise he had such a story until quite recently. So let me just introduce him to you now. Joe, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good evening, Carol. Fantastic to be here this evening.
Hi, Joe. Good to see you. So, Joe, just briefly, can you explain to everybody what it is that you do for a living? What's your job?
Yeah, it will go back in history. I've discovered a few things about the talents that I have, and now what I do is I've gone through branding with actually Sammy and Miles, who are going to be speaking at this event, and we decided that the best brand that we could come up with, and which actually speaks volumes about what I do, is the Transformer. You see, because I believe that we've all got hidden talents inside us, you know, deep inside us. And because of my skills in financial management and also in physical training and nutrition from my time in the military, then I put it all together and brought a mindset element in, and that's how you transform, really, because you know as well as I do, Carol, that transformation takes place not just in the body and not just in the bank account. It takes place first in the mind. You know, you got to get the mind right, because you look at the millionaires who haven't suffered the pain to become a millionaire, if that makes sense. You see, if they're lottery winners, right? And it's great for the lottery winners themselves, but so I know lottery winners who've said it's destroyed my life. And that's because they've gone from a job where they're working 9 to 5 or maybe 6 in the morning till 6 at night and working really hard. And then they pick up a pay packet, and that is how they look at life. Then they get all of a sudden into a bank account where they haven't gone through the pain of maybe not having much money and then building it up over years to have millions in the bank. They just get it all of a sudden like that. So I believe that anything that you get that's not earned can be taken away. Anything that you've earned cannot be.
You've just frozen on my screen, Joe. Hopefully we'll get you back any second. Hi, Joe, are you there? No. Whilst Joe's internet is deciding whether it's going to work again or not, let me just tell you a bit more about the event. So the event, again, is on the 1st and 2nd of October. It's magneticbusiness.co.uk. At the end of this webinar, I'm going to be giving you a discount code so you can go and book tickets at a discount price. The tickets are not expensive anyway. Let me tell you, there are 7 high-quality speakers coming to this event. They're going to be talking about the subjects of branding, how you getting the right brand can double or treble your business. And it's not just about having a pretty logo. That's Sammy and Miles, as Joe said, who have done Joe's branding. I'm going to be talking about recruitment and how you can hire the exact right people for your business first time, every time. And then Robert Rowley, who is a legend in his own country, which is Slovenia, is going to be talking about personal finances. And Andy Preston, who is a living legend, is going to be talking about sales and how you can sell more often. Joe, are you back with us? No, I thought he was, but he isn't. So then there's 3 speakers who are there really to encourage you and motivate you. And as Joe said, you know, mindset is so important. If you can't get the mindset right, nothing else really happens. And Joe is one of those speakers. There's also John Hatauka, who you may have heard of, and Richard McCann. Joe, are you back with us? No, I can see him trying, but he's not back with us yet. John Hatauka has come up with a program called Achievement Thinking, and John lost 7 stone a few years ago, which is no mean feat. and used achievement thinking, his program, to help him to do that. So he's also a member of the Magic Circle. So his speech is very, very entertaining, very fun, but very profound as well. And then we have Richard McCann joining us, and Richard McCann had a terrible, terrible start in life. Richard is the son of the first Yorkshire Ripper victim, Wilma McCann, and you don't think you could get a worse start in life, really, could you? And Richard's life kind of spiraled out of control, and his story of how he managed to turn his life around is truly inspiring. And guys, we think we have problems in business sometimes, but oh my, it's nothing that can't be overcome, that's for sure. Joe's story is also very inspiring. I just wish we could get him back and he could tell you a little bit about it and what he's doing. Joe, because of his passion, he's created a charity called the Sanctuary for Veterans, and he has big plans for this, not just as a local facility for veterans, but he plans to open one all over the country. So I really, really wanted to talk to you about that, but it seems like we just can't get Joe. I don't know what's going on. He's not there. Joe, I can see that you're kind of logged in, but I can't see you or hear you. So I'm really sorry, everybody. The technical things have let us down. So back to the event that Joe. If you want to hear Joe's going to be on for an hour at the event. So you'll get to hear his amazing story, because really Joe has achieved something that would seem impossible to achieve. I won't give away the punchline at this point in case he comes back on air, but really he's worth coming to see. The 2 days is being held at Elliott House, which is the new offices of the Chamber of Commerce. Some of you watching may know that I've been associated with the Chamber for many years, and we're delighted to be able to hold the event there. And it's a 2-day event. Well, it starts at 2 o'clock on the Thursday the 1st, and it goes through until 4 o'clock on Friday the 2nd. And the speakers are spread out over the 2 days. The second day you get your lunch, you get teas and coffees throughout, and refreshments and stationery and all your notepads and pens and all the rest of it. So there's nothing for you to worry about. Just turn up and be inspired. Some of the stuff that you're going to learn is actually stuff that you can't learn anywhere else. For example, my recruitment training that I do, Drive, it is patented, it's copyright, nobody else does it. So if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of how you can achieve the sort of staff retention rates that the best companies in the world are achieving, then come along and see that. Sammy and Miles and their Brand Accelerator, that is also a copyright trademarked product that a lot of people talk about branding, but you can only get the Brand Accelerator from Sammy and Miles. And Andy Preston stuff, well, as I said, Andy's a legend, and he's absolutely phenomenal and very entertaining. So it would be great to see you there. There is a limit of only 65 seats at this event because of the venue. So please go and get booked on as soon as you can. And the discount code, if you put into the checkout FB, like Facebook, FB4 MBS, Magnetic Business Seminar. So that's FB4 MBS at the checkout. You'll get a 25% discount for being on this webinar. Even though we've lost Joe, I don't know where he's gone. We'll try and rerun the webinar again another time with Joe, because that would be great. So for now, I'm going to say good night and thanks very much for turning up. See you soon. Bye.